Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
So supply what SEQ2, just copy paste and rename to what SEQ2, yeah. And add, it could be same data, what you call, let's add two more rows here, yeah. Copy paste, yeah. One more extra row, let it be same data, doesn't matter for us, yeah. So now we got first file 2 rows, second file 3 rows. So if we process now in the target, we should get what, 5 rows. How do you do that? Which means we should combine the data from both the sources. We talked about union, all that, right? Yes or no? But what if we, let's say, if it is a dynamic in the sense, number of files today it could be different from tomorrow or day after and so on. So like 10, 20, 30 files and so on, right? So can you take care of union? Union normally we have to go and configure, right? This is a headache part. So that is where we have a concept called list files concept. I repeat, we have a concept which is what we call list files. Yeah. So what we need to do as part of list files, so we can list n number of files. Let's say list.txt, which will have, let's say, seq_1 dot, let's say, txt, and seq_2 dot txt, and so on. We can just go and add n number of files. Today it could be 2, tomorrow it could be 3, and so on. That's it. In this file, if you just go and add what you call n number of files, right? All of them will be processed. So very simple. So which means this can be controlled outside normal Informatica mapping or session or workflow. Just like a parameter file we discussed, right? But we don't use parameter name value. Instead, we directly list all the files which need to be processed for today's run. Yeah. So that's where there's a concept of list files within Informatica. We can take care of it. Yeah. Let us try doing that practically. All of us, let's start doing it. Let's say we got 2 files, and these 2 files should be processed in a single mapping without using any combinable transformation like a union or whatever. How do you do that? Yeah. So first, let me create what I call list file, copy paste, and change the file name as what? I'll just put here list file. I'll just put list.txt. Fine. So let us apply that all. Dinesh, Priyanka, yes, and then Dilly anyway is doing it. Yeah, yeah, this is yours, right? Yeah, just add one more file, list file. Now I'm trying to open this file and supply what here, the whatever file that you want to process. Let us say C colon slash what source slash seq_1 dot txt. This is the first file. Yeah, right. Now next is what add one more here. So seq2. That's it. Then save it. So we need to process these 2 files. So we define what top level file, right? Which is going to be the what list file.
But how is it dynamic? We are providing hard-coded values. We are providing file
This
names.
is
How is it dynamic?
only file names only, but within Informatica we don't touch. This is outside, right? Yes or no? We don't go and modify the mapping or bug or session, right? Yes or no? This is just like a
Yeah,
parameter
but
file.
yeah, but then we have to know how many files will come. I mean, it's not that we don't know how many files are there
Yeah. In that case,
and we are
what we need to
doing.
do is, yeah. In that case, if you want, let us say all the files should be processed with a pattern. Pattern, right? Is a pattern concept, right? So we can specify the directory. So we complete directory files also can be processed. We have got some more one more option, Priyanka. You got
Okay,
right.
okay.
If you
Yeah,
specify
yeah.
C colon source, all the files under that particular folder, right, will be processed.
Can we
That's the
try
next
that?
level. Sorry.
Can we try that? Can we
Yeah,
try
we'll do
that?
that one by. Yeah, we'll try both.
Okay.
Let us start with this because the benefit with this is what? Let's in this directory we have got 100 files, but business says that we need to process only this. In that case, this option is going to help us a lot. Yeah. And second is what? Let us say I don't care about which files. All the files should be processed in this directory. In that case, yes, we need to select directory option. Fine, right? Yeah. So let us start with this. Then we'll see that. Yeah. So next, we need to create what you call source definition for this particular descriptor file. Let us start doing it. Go to source analyzer. Yeah.
I have a question here. Okay. Is it
Yes.
something that if at all client comes with some kind of requirement of process, I mean, not even at the client side, if the application demands only to process this particular file at this particular time. So is it a manual rule that you are going to set it up, or doesn't it get taken
Yes. Yes.
uh,
Yeah.
dynamically?
There's a Yeah, exactly. There is a concept called indirect within Informatica. So it knows like how to pick up all the files to get them processed. That's one thing, Susha. And second is what? Yes, the requirement is dynamic. We don't know like how many files will come today or tomorrow and
Yeah.
so on, right? So
Yeah.
in that case, yes. In that case, yes. So we can use this thing. But the only extra effort here is what? File name should be listed as part of the input file. And if you want to
You are
add on
showing
even
it.
that also.
You're just showing it. Just this is also a kind of a facility that could be uh, tried out, right?
Exactly.
One of the thing that could be
Ex-
tried
ex-
out. Okay.
Yes, you're right.
But this is not
Yeah, fine.
something in real time environment we are going to have it, because this is a manual effort again, correct?
No,
I
no, no,
mean,
no,
maybe
no.
in test
This
environment.
this is not a manual. Susha, this is not a manual. This is very fantastic what you call feature. Like what we did was in union, right? Union is a thing manual. Let's say we specified 2 sources or 3 sources, then tomorrow four
No, no.
sources comes in,
What
right?
I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say, you're going and you're specifying those file name inside some notepad or inside so at some location. Okay. So that part
So
of the task I'm telling.
that is outside Informatica, not within manual term will be used Informatica. If we change anything within Informatica, that's a manual. Outside Informatica means that's not manual because that's a dynamic data, right? Today it could be 10 files, we list 10 files. Tomorrow it could be 20 files, we list 20 files. What Informatica does, it is going to process all the files that are listed here. Remember. So,
No, the
got now.
listing of files. I know, I understood now that it is, though it is outside of Informatica, the listing of files. So I did not get that point. So you go and you list out the files there. Why is that
That's all.
we have?
Because let us say we get 100 files and customer would say that out of 100, only 20 files should be processed. Only those 20 files will list out here. You got no? So that is where we can use this. Yeah, that's it, nothing else. Yeah, got no? Because if
Okay.
they say all should be processed, in our next question, if they say all files should be processed, then we specify the directory path. Let's say C colon source. That's it. whatever files that are there in this folder, right, all will be processed automatically. That's the next level. You got right? This is specific to what we need. List all of them of what we need. That is where we use this particular concept. You got no? For example, let's
This
say we have
comes
got
under
some.
something. This comes under something
What?
called as that scheduling part, right? How do you the way you schedule it, whether it is all, whether it is one, whether it is what time, which one to be processed. You are just giving the file path there, and is it
Yeah,
something
scheduling is
correct?
basically scheduling is basically we use a term to schedule jobs or workflows or tasks or
Yeah,
mappings
yeah.
or activities. Right? This is basically input to those. Input in the sense input a workflow or input a task or input a mapping. Clear, right? This is an input to those jobs, you can say, Susha. Fine, right? So, but yeah, it's not related to scheduler. Yeah, fine.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
scheduling is
the doesn't see this sequence
this
one
one.
dot txt. What exactly it holds? It holds the feed, right?
Yeah,
It holds the
yeah. Let me say, yeah. Let's say we have got, let's say 29 states within this India. Now, but every state maintains their own data, right? But we have got data. But what, let's say, as a finance minister says it, for today's business, we focus on only southern states. In that case, we specify only those files like Karnataka ka.txt, ap.txt, ts.txt, or kerala.txt, whatever. Once you specify Tamil Nadu.txt 5, right? Once you specify, right, then only these states data only will be processed for today's run. You got no? But if the, let us say, from finance department of, let's say, this country, if they say that all the files or complete data of this country should be processed, in that case we specify the folder name c:source, so that we place all the files related to country, so all will get processed. You got the requirement, right? These are the two
yeah.
cases. Yeah, fine. Now let us start doing it. We'll understand better. Yeah, fine. So let us go to, let's have mappings. Yeah, mappings menu. Select create. Yeah, and start supplying. What is this? We are in mapping or something else. What is this? I click something
But
else.
we were in source, right? You were doing something in
Yes, madam.
source.
Source only.
You were doing
Actually,
something.
my cursor. No,
Okay.
my cursor went somewhere, madam. Wait, wait.
Okay. I understand. That happens to me all the time.
Yeah, right, right, right. So I don't know, somehow systems become slow or my internet problem. Fine. Go to source analyzer. Yes, you are right, madam. This is where we are actually. So go to sources, select what? Import from file. Let us all start doing it. Dinesh, Delhi and Priyanka, Susha, NSC is watching. Now let us select all files and select what? List.txt. Yeah, fine, right? Say okay. Let's make it fast with the performance thing I should cover. Yeah, click on next. Click on next. So here we specify, I'll just put here file name as a field name, file underscore name. Yeah. So which means, let us say we get one first column data for all the sources. Yeah, 2 or 3, whatever. We'll try with multiple files also. So that's it. Yeah. Now structure has been created. So we are going to process two files data with first column. First column data should contain what? 3 plus 2, 5 rows, right? Because two records in first, 2 rows in first file, 3 rows in second file. Let us see that. Go to mapping designer and then go and select what you call mappings menu. Yeah. Select what? Create. Yeah. Supply the mapping name. Let's say mapping underscore what? We can supply mapping name. which is let's say list I will put. Yeah. So because we are going to process list of files. Yeah. Yeah. Say okay. Now take this particular file we just created here, list, right? So drag and drop list here. Yeah. Yeah. Now next is what? Let us say target we are doing, right? Dinesh, Dinesh, what happened? Again, he got problem, huh? Yeah, Dilly is doing. Dinesh, are there? I think you have some problem today. Yeah, let us use what target? You know, any target. Yeah, SCQ target, whatever standard target we are using. Yeah. Let's connect this to what? The first column. So one column will have what? First row, first field. Sorry, first source, first field data. Second source, first field data. Yeah. So that's it. Now we can just save it. Yeah. So, but the prerequisite here is to perform this structure should be same. Yeah, that is a prerequisite. Now we're all done, right? I think Priyanka's done and yeah, the list done. Let's move on to what next, which is going to be create what workflow. Go to workflow manager, select workflows and create. Yeah, type let's say workflow underscore what list. I'll put list. Yeah. Say enter. Yeah, we're all here, right? Yes, Priyanka is there and that is doing. Susha is watching. Now let's go to task. Select task. Yeah. So session task for
Can we
listing
not
all the
reuse the
listing the data.
session? We can reuse the session also,
Reuse what?
right? The session that we created.
That but that session has got some other input data, right? That's a different. Yeah, that is different, right?
Okay.
So our goal is what to deal with multiple files, and that session deals with only single file. You got no? Yeah. Session list. I'll just put session list. Yeah, that's a good question, but existing session deals with only one source or one file. So select what? Mapping list. Yeah. Say done. Now drag and drop. Go to task. Select link task. Connect from start task to what? Session task. So this is what we need to do. Yeah. Now, so far done, right? Delhi, Priyanka. Now we need to still configure. It's not completed. Wait. I think Delhi is very fast. Huh? Yeah, wait. So what we need to configure here? We need to specify, no. This one is a list file we need to specify. Second is what? Mode. Two things we need to do. Yeah, let us see that. Go to mapping. Select SQ list. Now we have a, yeah, can you see source file type is what? Direct. Yeah. So far we have used direct file. Now we need to select what? Indirect. Can you see here? I repeat, source file type is what? Indirect. You need to select. Remember. Yeah. And yeah, sorry, indirect, not direct. Because this is a indirect file. It's not a real data file, right? It is a list file, which in turn has got data files. That is why we call it the indirect file. Then supply this particular what we call location where we have this particular list file, which is list.txt. We specified. That's it. So indirect, which is what? This is not a data file, which is list.txt. Under which location? See source. That's it. Yeah. That's all. And target, let it be default target. or we can change it. Yeah. So let's say C target C colon slash target. Yeah. Now specify what I'll just put a scratch underscore list.txt. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Daily I can start doing it. So that type should be indirect. That is the main thing here. Huh? If you don't do that, it will not work. Oh, it's done already. Huh? So fast. So apply and then say okay. Now I think people have become experts now. Actually, I'm doing slower than. Yeah. Now let us start this. Yeah. Now it is running. Yeah, fine. Now it's successful, right? Yes or no? Priyanka and Lily?
Yes,
Yes, perfect. I didn't.
yes, I got them.
But yeah, result also got. Huh? Now let me open this session list. Where how many rows we expect here? 5, right? Yeah, row count should be 5. Remember, because first file 3, 2 actually. Second file 3. Total put together 5. No, you can see 5, right? Yes or no? So yes. Now we can go and look at the result also. So go to our target location. Yeah. Then can you see a scratch list, right? Here we should have what 5 rows. Can you see here 1 4 1 4 4. That's it. One field data only we have captured. Yeah. That's it. Now I don't do anything. That is, we don't change a workflow or mapping or whatever. Instead, I'll just go and what add one more file. Yeah. So let us say here. Yeah. So let us say here, I'll just open list file and add one more file here. Yeah.
But why
So can you see
only
here?
one column came? Why only one column
Because
came
we
in?
can,
Will it not?
no, we need to add some
Will
more
it
columns.
not?
If you want to capture, we need to add some more columns within the mapping so that other columns will be captured. That is fine. So one
Oh,
column only be captured, right?
okay,
Yeah, that's
okay,
fine.
okay.
Now let us say, yeah, let us say we are adding, we don't, without touching workflow session mapping, right? We are adding one more file. Yeah. And this file will go and add data here. Yeah. So that it should process without doing anything. Correct, no? So let us say here, I'll just put 3. So let the data be same or different, doesn't matter. So that's it. Over. That's all we need to do. Now let us go and run this workflow. So this time how many rows we should get it? 2 plus 3 plus 3. 8 rows, right? Yes or no? Let's run it. So this is a benefit actually. Without touching Informatica, we could able to process from outside. Yeah. This doesn't require informatic knowledge, right? Go and add files. Any operator can do it. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. See, it's successful, right? Yeah. Is it done? Priyanka, I think you got result also, right? Yes. I think Dilly is running. I am
Yes.
also doing it. Yeah. Now let's go and look at the result in the target, right? Where is it? Yeah. Scratch list, no? First one. Yeah. Oh, this is yours. Dilly, sorry. I'm in wrong place. Yeah. So yes, we need to go. I need to go to my location. This is target. Yeah. Now we can see this file, right? So we have got it. Got it, right? 6 plus 2, 8. Yeah. So that's it. Likewise, we can add what? N number of files so that we could able to take care of this. Now, to answer a question, direct, right? till 9.6, Informatica doesn't support what? Taking care of n number of files from a specified directory or specified folder. From 10.x version of Informatica, right? Yeah. Anyway, you will have latest version. In that version, there is one more drop down, like direct, indirect. There's one more option, which is directory option. You can select it, specify the directory or path, a source path. So all the files under this particular path will be taken care of. That's answer to your question, Priyanka. Got no?
Yes.
So that's it. So if you go and look at this in this version, right, we could able to see only two options, direct and indirect, um, because this version supports only two. Yeah. So latest versions only they added that, yeah, 10.x. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. So you can just go and verify that. But the option is same. Only drop down will have some more one more option, which is directory option. Yeah. That's it. Direct, indirect, and you'll have directory also here. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Now, once we know that, next step is what? Let us say we have got what n number of statements within the DDL command. Let's say there are n number of DDL commands in database. Now we need to execute that particular script within this Informatica. How do you do that? You got the question, right? I repeat. Let's say there are, so far we talked about SP, how to execute SP or stored procedure, we talked about it. But we have not talked about how to take care of SQL, which is SQL script or SQL commands from Informatica. Yeah. So we will talk about it after a small break. Let's say 3:30-35 we'll meet. Then we'll talk about it. Then I'll talk about the performance tuning so that we can close this training. Fine, right? Yeah. Is that fine?
Yeah.
So yeah. So let us start. First thing is what? Let's go to our source folder. Yeah. Where we can create one file. Now let me copy and paste this. Fine. And then rename. I'll just put here name as top. Fine. So name as what? Top.txt. Yeah. Yeah. Now here I'll just put here c:/source /sql.txt. Yeah. Fine. Let's add it. So sql.txt. Yeah. So because we didn't talk about this SQL stuff, because this is very much required in yes. Yes, this is the one. Yeah. Fine. Now let me close other what configuration. Yeah. Now sql.txt, right? Now let us create one more file. So which is yeah. What is it? Okay. Yeah. Let us create one more file, new. So here in sql.txt, what we do? I'll just put here simple command: create table name. Let's say tmp with some simple DDL command. Yeah. Int. Yeah. That's it. I'll just save it to what? sql.txt. That's what we gave, right? SQL. That's it. Yeah. So if you could able to understand how to execute this particular command, right? So rest follows, which means we can execute a number of commands. Yeah. So start adding this.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Perfect. Now, so now we need to start getting into what the script should be taken as input to what this one SQL transformation. Yeah. So let's go to designer. So where
I
we need to
just
supply.
joined. Did I miss something?
Yeah, what we did was we have just created two files, madam, to deal with like how to execute the SQL commands, DDL commands, especially from Informatica. First file is what? top.txt, where you can just create new file, madam. Yeah. So where you can just apply the path c:\source sql.txt. Yeah. Yeah. Fine. And second file, there's one more file we created, that sql.txt. Within that we have got create table temp with one field in it. Yeah. Yeah. Fine. Done, right, Priyanka? Yeah. Now, yeah, just copy paste that file, madam, top.txt, and rename it as sql.txt. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Priyanka.
browser got stuck and it got closed. I'm just
Okay,
connecting
fine.
again.
Okay, madam. Yeah. No, you create a folder, Priyanka. File. New file. Yeah, fine. Perfect, madam.
I'm not
Supply the
used
name
to
at
using
sql.txt. Yeah, because your system is not cooperating with you, right? This file is
no,
already
no,
there,
the
huh? That folder, no, you can delete that folder, madam. sql.txt folder. Yeah. Yeah, perfect, madam. Now you can just rename this. Fine. Open that, and then yeah, you can create table name. Yeah, fine. So whatever, you can just put it a space into whatever. Yeah, fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's done. Perfect. Now let us go to designer client. All of us. Yeah. Delay, I think you are there, right? I think you are doing it already. Okay, you are ahead of us. So let us go to designer client. Yeah. Go to source analyzer, because top.txt we created, right? Let me clear all to avoid confusion. Yeah. Now go to sources menu. Select what? Import from file. So select top.txt. Yeah. Yeah. Select what? Top.txt. Yeah. Yeah. Say finish. Say next actually. Yeah. So next. So let's apply here just the script name. So that's it. Yeah. So there's only one field. One field is what? SQL script. That's what we are going to execute. Fine, right? Yeah. Perfect. I think all done. What happened? Say cancel. That's fine, I think. Yeah. Now let us move on to what? Mapping designer. Click on mapping designer and go to mappings and create. So you can supply here mapping underscore what SQL you can put, right? I repeat, you can supply what? Mapping underscore SQL. Yeah. Say enter. Yeah. So now supply what? Yeah, top.txt as input. Right? Yeah, this is a definition. Then use SQL transformation. Go to transformation, select create, and select what? SQL. You can see that SQL. So SQL underscore TRX. Yeah. And click on what? Create. Yeah. Now use script mode here. We're all here, right? Really perfect. And yes, select script mode, madam. Wait. Select script mode. That I think looks like you didn't select it. Priyanka, just delete
Yeah, I'll
that.
edit it. I'll edit. We can edit it,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, sure. We can do that. Yeah, edit it. Yeah. So
Where exactly?
it's not supporting that editing part. Create a new thing, madam. Yeah. Delete that. Right. Now select what script mode. Yeah. There's a connection is read as a static connection. Yeah. That is done, huh? Yes, perfect. And then say okay. Done. Now we could able to see it takes what? Script name as input, and it returns what? Script result, which is success or failure. If it is a failure, no, we can see that failure message in script error. That's it. Yeah. That's what we can see here. Yeah. And this number of characters is what? 4096, and script name 64 characters. Make sure that our script name should not cross 64 characters. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Now let us supply the script name as input. What? SQL transformation. Right? Done, right? Yes, perfect. All done. Yeah, Dinesh. Yeah, you're there, Dinesh. You can see. Yeah, create a mapping, Dinesh. It looks like you have
Sir,
some
audible
problem
and
today.
audible. The system is, yeah,
Yeah,
system is stuck, sir. I don't
now it's okay.
hear you.
Yeah, now it is okay. We can hear you. Yeah,
Phone.
yes. Now, yeah, fine. Anyway, you can just practice later also. You have some problem, right? So now we could able to say input port as what script, output ports are what two, right? And SQL settings, can you see database type is what? Oracle. That is perfect. And properties, so we don't need to change anything here. And that's it. Yeah. So now let us start adding target. Let's say target is what? Target this one. whatever, what our target file. But here, if you have less number of characters, length, no, so we cannot, it can't capture complete thing. But anyway, we can see that. Let us connect script result to what C1 and script error to what C2. Yeah. Fine, that's it. Yeah, and then save it. Yeah. Yeah. Now go to workflow manager and create a workflow. So workflow based on, let's say, SQL. Yeah, that's it. Then go to task and create a task for this, which is SQL. So click on create. So apply what mapping underscore SQL. Yeah. Yeah. Now connect tasks. Yeah, here to here. That's it. Yeah. Now double click on this particular session SQL. Go to mapping tab. Where source qualifier path. So this path we need to specify, like wherever you have top.txt file, right? Yes or no? So this is a mandatory thing, huh? Because this is starting point. Yeah? So you can supply what source here. This way ERC and file name is let us say top.txt. That is fine. Yeah? So within that we have got a SQL script that should be taken as input to the SQL transformation to get it executed. Yeah. So that's it. And target also we can specify here. So let's say we have got, I'll just put here C target. Yeah. So it's a C colon. So let's say C colon slash target. Yeah. So here I'll just put here scratch underscore SQL.txt. Scratch underscore SQL.txt. Right. Now apply and then say OK. After that, we can execute it. So result should be what? One target. We should get success, and table should be created in the backend. Remember, because we are trying to create a table, right? So that table should be created automatically. Yeah. After running this, not automatically. After running this, yeah, it's done, right? Oh, looks like you already executed, huh? So I am slow actually. Now Control S, start the workflow. Yeah? So now let us look at the result here. Yeah, so this is where is it? Yeah, session SQL, right? It is failed.
But failed for me.
So let us
Oh,
see
for
why
you also it failed.
yeah, perfect. Yes, it's failed. Let us see why it got failed. Yeah, so well, I think we have not given connection details. Yeah, can you see here? Oh, database connection. That's what we expected anyway. So failed to get connection. Yeah. So what we need to do is to fix this, go to workflow manager. So session SQL, go to mapping, select SQL transformation. Here, can you see connections here? Select relational and supply the connection, which is Oracle. That's it. Yeah. Say OK. Yeah. And then Control S. Save it. Yeah. Now we can rerun this. Start workflow. Oh, what happened? It went somewhere. Huh? Whatever. So did I execute right workflow or not? Yeah, it is successful. But
Yes.
now it is successful anyway, right? Do you still got failure message? I think success, no?
Yeah, success.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now
success.
yeah, perfect. Now let's go to target folder and see the status of this particular execution. Yeah, let's set target here. So this is first one, right? SQL, yes. Yeah. So passed. Perfect, no? Which means successful. Now this is passed, but backend, no? That table should have been created. Yes or no? So let us connect
Yes.
what to SQL plus and see table has been created or not. SQL plus. So log on with what? Pod tiger. Now describe what is the table? We give temp, right? Yeah, created, no? We gave the field name as what? A with a type integer. That's it. I hope
Yeah. Okay.
you got it, right? Perfect. Priyanka has got it. Yeah, now you can just describe TMP. Nelly. Yeah, perfect. Fantastic. Yeah. So we all have got it. So likewise, we can execute n number of DTL statements that we have within SQL script. We can have anything within SQL script. This is just an example from start to end, right? Like how to create a flat file, then SQL script, then create a mapping and see whether you could able to see the result or not. I think it's covered, right? Yes or no? Any questions here?
Yes. No.
Yeah, fine. If there are no questions,
So
then
can we provide the connection string in the file or something like that?
yeah, we can do that. What we need to do is like parameterization we discussed, no? Parameter file. Yes or no?
Yes.
Like dollar input file name or output file name, whatever, right? So there we can add connection string. Connection string, username, password, all that, whatever you want, right? We can just parameterize it within the parameter file. Priyanka, yeah?
Okay.
Clear, no? So that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So now let us move on to the next topic, which is going to be performance tuning. Yeah. So that is I hope I covered almost all the transformations. So now the next topic is what? Tuning topic. Debugging I already covered. So now let me talk about tuning. Yeah. So tuning theory, I think I talked about it, but let me just expand it, yeah, because I didn't talk about it in detail. Yeah. Remember this particular tuning, right? What is the prerequisite for tunable? Yeah. The prerequisite is what? First, identifying what bottleneck, right? Right. So which means where and all we have got bottlenecks. So once you identify bottlenecks, then we can start what I call applying the tunables, yeah, so that we can resolve those bottlenecks. Yeah. Normally we talked about ETL, right? If you take ETL, right, let us say the job is taking longer than expected, means let us say it is taking 10 minutes, though we expect what? 1 minute. So how do you what you call reduce from 10 minutes to 1 minute? That's the question, right? Now, to reduce that, where to start and where to end so that we can meet the target. Correct, no? To start with, go with what load layer, which is going to be the last one. ETL we have, right? So we have got L. So we need to take load layer and see replace this particular, let's say target is what database. Replace DB with what file or flat file and see time taken to complete this particular job. So if it takes, let us say around 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, right? Example, which means what? There is a problem with this load or database. Correct, no? So this is one way manually we can identify. And second way is what? We can also run the tools, performance tools. Yeah, like we have got multiple tools, like in operating system, right? One, we have got IO start. Yeah. So second, we have got PS, like -EL or AEF, whatever. And third, we have top or top plus commands. So these things are going to help us to identify what are the heavily consumable resource tasks. Yeah, whatever, either this or by this, let's say you identify bottleneck in load layer. Now the next question, what are the tunables that we can apply so that this load works even with the database? That's the next question, correct, no? So to answer that, we have to talk about many performance tunables. Let me talk about some of them. So one of the main thing is what commit interval part. No? So make sure that we give what right commit interval size. Like we have got 10,000, right? So in case if we have too much or larger number or too less number will hamper the performance. So depending upon the buffer size, which is whatever we have in Informatica side, and how this particular DB is going to take up. Based on that, we need to supply the right commit size. Once we do that, then we could able to get what? Definitely we'll get a lot of benefit here. This is the first thing, right? Now, once we do that, next step is what? Parallel load. So which means, are we performing loads parallel or not? Remember, yeah, which means what? Let us say we have got a single node configuration. Yeah, I repeat, let's say we have got single node configuration where we are trying to dump the data, which is resulted to what? 10 minutes. Now commit interval, let's say we got some benefit, which let's say 1 minute benefit, right? Now what we need to do, single node should be replaced with what? Multi nodes. Let's say we have got 1 million records, then use, let us say, 10 node configuration. Then what happens? You will get more or less 10 times benefits. Let's say we got around 5 times benefit, or 5 or 6 times benefit. Definitely you will get it, because what happens, instead of loading by one node, right, we are loading with what? 10 nodes. So logically speaking, we should get more or less 10 times. Let's say we get 5 times because of resource crunch of resource crunch with other applications as well. Let's take worst case scenario. So we have got what? There 1 minute, here 5 minutes. So we could able to cut down from 10 to what? 4 minutes, right? Next, so likewise we need to think what other tunables, like for example, are we using right buffer size or not? So we need to configure this particular buff size also, like we call DTM buff size or whatever. So make sure that whatever upstream transformation, I repeat, let's say there will be upstream and downstream transformations, right? Upstream, like whatever the what you call way that it produces, right? This downstream, which is a load part, should pick it up. So which means what? Make sure that buff size is equally configured, and it should be a optimal buffer size. So once you have it, here also you'll get what? 1 to 2 minutes benefit. Yeah. So that's it. Let's say 1 minute we got it. So Total put together 6-7 minutes we get it total, right? Yes or no? No? 7 minutes we got it from this particular load layer only. Remember this. Yeah? So that's it. Like how one can start cutting down from 10 minutes to 7 minutes. Sorry, 10 minus 7, right? So 3 minutes total, right? So we got 7 minutes benefit. So we got what total time taken to complete this particular job will be 3 minutes. But our expectation is what? Still 1 minute. 1 minute means we have other transformations, right? Other things, right? Like a E and T we have, right? So those things also we have to take care. So this is what we need to do, like 3 minutes with, that's what we discussed, right? If you refresh DB with a file, right, we could able to see this much benefit. So after applying this all database tunables, we could able to reach that goal. So we could able to reach it. That's over. Now the next step is what we can also start understanding what I call next layer, which we need to take a look at, is going to be what source, which means E. This order we need to check. So we should not go and check first source or transformation or whatever, right? So we should go in what in a logical way, so that it is easy to one to isolate a problem, second to apply tunables, so that we can make it fast also. Randomly, if you just go and just blindly change something, if you get something, just enjoy, or else don't do that. It's not that. So we should go in what logical sequence. Yeah. Now next is what source. Source, let us again have used here DB and replace this with what sequential file, and see time taken to complete this job. Let us say now we cut down, right, from let's say it is taking 3 minutes now after tunable from load side. Now we need to cut it down to what 1 minute. So now if you replace this DB with a sequential file, let's say it's taking around 1 minute to complete this particular job, which means what there is a bottleneck with what you call source database. Now what we need to do, again we need to start applying the tunables for the source also. So how and what are those, right? So how means what? First thing is what, are we reading this particular data in parallel or not? Yeah, that is the first and foremost thing in data warehousing, right? Make sure that we are utilizing the power of resources by using what any warehousing tool. Like Informatica supports parallelism, we as a developer or a solution provider need to know like how well we could able to what optimize it, right? Now if you go with this particular parallel mode, right, let's say convert this to 10 node configuration, because we are processing 1 million records, right? So if you do that, definitely you'll get what benefit. So this itself will solve this problem, which is, so we can cut down 3 minutes to what 1 minute. Yeah. So still if you want to cut down, right, so we can go with what uh, other options of what I call database SQL query, like query optimization. We all know, right, how to optimize query, right? Yes or no? Like use index, this is the main thing here. And second is what, start making use of what I call PDO, which is what I call push down optimization. I repeat, so we need to start making use of what push down optimization, because push down optimization is going to give us a lot of benefit with respect to what pushing this particular Informatica source data to source logic to what database side, because as a database is good to perform this particular query optimization stuff. So if you do that push down optimization, right, it is going to push the logic of source to what database, so that it happens faster than Informatica thing, so that you'll get a lot of benefit. With this we can cut down to what, let us say 70%, or let us say 0.8 minutes. Yeah. So on top of it, you can also use within push down automation. We got multiple options like what they call tiny or a full or medium, whatever. If you use a full, right, in case if you have query which contains what many types of joins, so all the joins will be converted to what optimal form of what you call query. As a result, you are going to get a lot of benefit if you use what full within this particular push down optimization. That is the major benefit we get it with what source site.
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.